Well, for more, we can bring in France 24's Andrew Hilliar, who joins us now from a polling station in the capital, Tunis. Andy, we're now several hours into this referendum. Just what is the mood like as voters cast their ballots where you are?
Yeah, Tom, well, we're in Essaouni, which is a working class neighbourhood in the western suburbs of the capital, Tunis. More than 6,000 people are registered to vote here in this primary school. And what we can say is that since we've been here this morning, since about 10 a.m., we've seen a steady stream of voters coming to cast their votes, as many men as women. Now, what that would indicate to us is that you get the impression that there's a lot more zeal to take part in this referendum than perhaps in other parts of the country. Now, how it works, as you can see, there are people wearing white vests on hand in the primary school that orient people to the correct voting booths. Once people arrive within their voting bureau, they show their ID cards to the officials, who then check their identities against a list. And then it's quite simple, really. After that, once they've voted, they dip their finger in an ink pad to show that they've voted. And what we've seen is many Tunisians proudly showing their fingers, holding their fingers up to show that they've taken part in the constitutional referendum.
And Andy, there are, though, still lingering worries about turnout in today's referendum.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of concern about vote turnout going into this referendum. Now, one person who has, of course, already cast his vote, as you might expect, is President Kais Saied. He voted in his home district this morning. Now, of course, one thing that we have to observe during this referendum are strict electoral silence rules. That means we can't say anything that could be interpreted as having an impact on the outcome of the vote. But the president himself this morning spent about 10-15 minutes on national television criticising the opposition. Now, another thing that struck us is that here in the capital, Tunis, we haven't seen that much evidence of campaigning, especially given the significance of this vote, which could really drastically shape the future of Tunisian politics. There were a couple of protests against the draft constitution over the weekend in the capital that ended violently in clashes with the police. We saw yesterday a small protest in favour of the draft constitution. Another thing you have to bear in mind as well, which could have an impact on voter turnout, is the fact that today is a public holiday in Tunisia. So many people, especially people from more affluent areas of the country, have chosen basically to spend today on holiday, either with their family at the beach. So, all these things, of course, you have to take into account when considering the turnout, which we should have a better idea of when we get those official figures later on this evening.
Andrew Hilliar at a polling station in Tunis. Thank you very much.